Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. This is our cozy and realistic nomad series where we play as General of the Minutemen working to restore the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. If you're just here for build inspiration, feel free to skip ahead. I have everything timestamped, but if you're here to stick around or for some cozy vibes, settle in, grab a Nuka-Cola, let's get going. We are building here, again, this is part 2 at the Slog. So last time we did this amazing Halloween themed bar, Pumpkin Jack's. Hi! And we attracted some new ghoul settlers. I didn't really want to reassign any of the Tarberry Bog workers, both because that's their job. That's what they want to do. And also I heard it's a little buggy to do that. So we attracted some regular settlers. So this guy's just named settler, not worker or like specialty named anything like that.
Hi.
But I do have something for him to wear.
I'd like to trade some items.
Sure.
I think that we picked up something from this quest. That is exactly what I wanted. We picked this up from the quest that was part of the next gen update that got forced on everybody. And I think if we make him put this on, oh, that's it. That's Pumpkin Jack. That's it. That's it. Oh my God. He's perfect. He's perfection. That's unbelievable. Amazing. So, okay, that's Pumpkin Jack's. We have some other things that we wanted to build here. We wanted to do sort of like a general trader stand to help fulfill Wiseman's vision of like the Slog being somewhere that people could stop for fresh produce. We wanted to do kind of a junk stand here as well for traders passing through to get good deals on things. Here, I was thinking of doing a medical, place like little doctor's area. But one of you had an incredible idea in the comments last week. I love so much when you share your ideas and feedback with me because it's better than what I can think of, was making one of these rooms, because we're not going to scrap any of these beds, into a clinic and then keeping the beds there to sort of be like clinic-y. I really like that idea. I do still also like the idea of trying to keep this like a house. I'm really trying to interpret the fact that these beds aren't scrappable as the settlers telling us that they still want to live here. You know what I mean? And that's just me trying to invent lore to fit with the rules of what we're coming into here. But I think we could make this cozy. I'll turn on my Pip voice so you can see better in here. But I think this could be like a cozy little house. And maybe, if you've been running for a while and you and your friends have this sort of setup, maybe you would want to stay in here. So maybe we work on making these two rooms sort of like housing blocks, and we can still build some housing for the new settlers if we have room for it. But to be honest, we might not have room for it because that size limit we're already pushing it. And I think it was because of everything we did at Pumpkin Jack's. The thing I want to be sure that we don't run out of space for here is the greenhouse around the crops. So I think let's start with that just to make sure, because if there's something that's got to get cut, I'm happy to cut some of our welcome marketplace, but I'd rather not cut any of the greenhouse stuff just because I feel like that's pretty integral to what they want to do here, We can force it a little closer together. Oh, they have unique dialogue. Where won't this go here? I'm not opposed, like I just said, to sort of squishing the crops. Why won't this go? There we go. Just sort of squishing the crops in to fit in a space. So like this corn that's still outside, we can just move that inside to keep the square footage a little less, a little less nuts. Like this. Yeah, all the corn can go together. No problem. Because this is going to be, that's a huge greenhouse. And we can keep some of the crops outside. Like, not all of them need to be indoor crops. Actually, how many of the crops do I want to commit to keeping inside? Like, am I going to regret making this super big? Probably. I always say that like a big empty space. Oh, that is right on the corn. A big empty space feels like how I used to build in The Sims when I was, a kid. And I would just make a big room and I'd be like, that's a mansion. That's how that's how mansions are. But the big empty boxy floor plan, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't think it's very realistic or cozy. So let's like feel this out. And then decide if we really want to shrink it or something. It doesn't feel like too massive. And I don't really hate this, the fact that some of these things are sticking out outside either. In fact, if we get the fence that we're using to protect the tarberry bog, I actually feel like this could feel intentional. Like just like that. Maybe even a little more if we use a wire piece. Oh, these really don't want to go where I want them to go. But isn't that always the way? Maybe it's because it's crashing into the greenhouse itself. Can I put this down? No, that needs to be connected to something. So let me just pull it out of the way so when I group select, I don't grab any of the plants. We'll just pull it out of the way like that. Oh, no, see, that seems too big. Oh, unless we can get right up against it like that. I don't mind that. That kind of clips together. And honestly, that just helps it feel a little more intentional that these crops are like in the outdoor zone. That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. There are a bunch of corn that got kind of cut outside though. Oh, let's see if we can wiggle these back in just a little bit.
Hey there, D. You making any
Get more dialogue.
Well, it could be better. I could use more customers for one thing.
Hello.
There's too damn many people out there who still think ghouls are some kind of menace. They can't tell the difference between us and the ferals. Not that it's difficult. Last I checked, none of us here was running around hunched over, drooling and snarling and clawing up the place.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir here. None of us expected things to change overnight, right? You have to keep working at it.
Aww.
Get better in time. That's a promise.
I've got to hand it to you, Wiseman. You always know just the right thing to say. Thank you for that.
You just keep holding that pretty head up, D. Better days are coming.
You
Wait,
helped us out.
that's so sweet and inspirational. Like that they're working so hard to kind of
You can find us
change the Commonwealth's opinion of them.
Nobody works harder than we do.
Yeah, I see that. And I'm going to help you guys build up what she got going on. But I mean, that kind of breaks my heart. I know the way that ghouls are treated is so... Oops, I didn't mean to go into prefabs. The way that the ghouls are treated is so unfair. Like them being kicked out of Diamond City. Heartbreaking. That feels very flat. Okay, but we've got... We could do this in the corners. And then kind of raise up to the middle like this. And then do the flat piece at the top. I think. And then this also meets at the top. And then same with these pieces. And a little broken corner. Yeah. And then some more slanty ones. Let's come outside and take a look. Yeah, that looks really good. That looks really professional. I just can't imagine how hard that would be to have your home in Diamond City and just everybody get kicked out. Good luck. Okay. And we're gonna grab the little carrot that got left over. And then just pop it back inside. There. Okay, that works. That's looking good. I'm gonna do the tables that I like to do to help make greenhouses feel a little more immersive, which is these fish rack tables. Just like that. And then maybe, I'm pretty sure we've picked up a metal bucket or two. Oop, not in map. Ooh, we could do a bag of fertilizer. That's a great decoration for this. Let's do 2 of those. And then, not a bowl, I need something bigger. A cooking pot could work as like a harvestable thing. Ooh, dog bowl. Should we get them a dog? We could try and attract a dog. That could be cool. There's not like a ghoul dog, is there? I don't think I can pick this up. Yeah, that's too heavy to carry. Oop, I didn't mean to. I think I can move like this. Yeah. Oh, I hope that was going to fall over. Maybe we can knock it over in kind of a chic way. These things here are just for better crop harvesting. Okay, now I want to see if we can knock over this fertilizer, if I like.
Commonwealth's a lot bigger than I realized.
Jump on it.
Thanks again for what you did.
I don't really want to take out a gun in front of all the workers.
You helped us out.
Okay. Their overlapping dialogue is giving me a bit of a headache. So I say we add a little decor lamp and we call the greenhouse done, and we come back to our opening, our like entry marketplace. So let's add oil lamp there. And then, you know what? Let's keep this sort of patio table set up, but let's just move it over here into the grass so it can be more for the workers on a break. They're right in the shade. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so now we can come back. What? That's a rock. I thought that was a dead body. Just a rock. Just a normal rock. Okay, so we've got this that I really wanted to be like the produce sort of stand. I'm realizing though that the fact that it's raised might make that kind of difficult. How low can I get this? Because we just did these like as kind of placeholders. So if I just do that, and then maybe like that. Can this go back here, or do I not have the room? We could pull it out a bit. I think if I move the fish rack that I love so much, then we can fit something nicely in here. Yeah, I think we can make this a really lovely farm stand. Which way does that make sense? Does that feel too tall? Something like that feel better? I want it to feel sort of like temporary, but not too temporary. Let's try it with the higher blanket one. And then I want like a wall on this side, like there. But I also want to see if we can do a support. Like a pillar from the barn or warehouse set, like right in that corner. And I think this is going to prevent us from doing that. So let's try and add, oh no, it's the roof that's going to prevent us. I thought these would snap into a roof. Hold on, let's see if we can change that with the order. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. We can also try and use the ball track supports, because those, sometimes we have even better luck glitching those into things. Ooh, yeah, if I pull this like out. I still want to make sure it touches. But I think that looks pretty good. Like it does touch that wood. So I could be sold on the idea that it's joining it. Oh, but now this doesn't snap. Does this do the same thing that pillars do? Like, is this essentially a pillar glitch as well? Like, I'm wondering if there's a way we can move these two things together. Although maybe ball track isn't what I want. Let's try with one of these smaller ones. No, we can do one, but it's fighting me with two. And it can snap to that, which is good. Okay, so I'm thinking out in my head, what do I like actually want here? I want a pillar. I don't think I can pillar glitch the roof, right? That's not a thing I can do. I can't group select a snappable object like a roof. I don't think so. This will go on that corner. And I can I? I thought I could put this over a pillar. Because they do kind of go together. You know what I mean? Maybe not, though. Oh, it could go there, but I don't really want it there. All right, hold on. Can we rug glitch the ball track support? It'd be cool if we could. I don't expect to be able to. Because if it would go like right there, that would be really, really cool looking. So, I mean, let's try. Anything's worth a try. I don't expect this to work. Because I don't think this can go on top. What if I group select? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, that's a no-go. Can we rug glitch a normal pillar? Yeah, I also don't think so. But again, worth a try. And what about a shorter pillar? Same thing, I think. This it'll like let me because it should be short enough. But then I don't think I can put one on top. No, I don't even need to like use a rug for that because this can actually just go. Oh, I thought I lost the rug for a second. Ooh, I might want the rug back to put it right in the corner. Oh no, I think I can get it. Can I put a second one on top of it? That's the real question that I'm asking here. Because I think, oh, it looks like that one will. The barn one didn't. Oh, I don't mind that. I like that a lot. I believe that that is structural support. That absolutely works. Oh, that's really lovely. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. So now we can keep filling out this little roadside shop. We'll do that there. And let's look for another like railing piece to go here. Ooh, I like that. I like that even more than if it actually went up. That's so cute. And then some big stairs. I think that's nice. I wish... what do I wish? Because I want it to feel open. So maybe I do want 2 sets of stairs here. These stairs go nicely together, but they don't reach the ground. Which maybe I could make it reach the ground if we group select the whole thing and sink it into the dirt a little bit more. We could do that if I just move those out of the way. And now just group select. Nope, now it doesn't want to go anywhere. Why is that? Some things can't go in the ground. Let's move this out of the way too. There is a height that this will do what I want it to do at. I just don't know what that height is. Let's try grabbing it by the foundation. We might have some more luck because the foundation, yeah, should be able to sit nicely. Do those look like they're on the ground? Yeah, they do quite nicely. And if I pull it to like here, how does that feel? Those are definitely in the ground now, so we can walk up nicely. We still have enough room between this and pumpkin jacks. Yeah, that feels really good. So let's put this back in place, which was right here. And that height honestly is even better now. Oil lamppost will nestle up there. Now we can get rid of the floor mat. So this is like the entrance of the settlement, I think. Yeah, coming up this way. So you can see that at the entrance, that you get this market and then pumpkin jacks in the background. And what I'm realizing would be nice is a guard post sort of right here. Because if you are coming up to the settlement like this, yeah, you'd want. I want these two to kind of be mirroring each other. Yeah. And then also while we're here and thinking about defense, what I want is this thing. I love this functioning as like sort of a guard towery thing. We can get these off of Arlen Glass's workshop and just pop them up here. Just like that. So now this can serve as more of an entrance with guard posts. We can assign somebody to that. Some turrets behind it. And do we want like a storage? Storage there to make that work better for them? Because just something like, just one of these containers, I feel like makes it more realistic to me that they would have the tools to maintain these turrets and repair these turrets, and the guards would have some place to sort of store. But I don't like the way it feels just kind of out and about. So maybe I just bring this a little closer like that. Okay, so now we're back to our marketplace. So we've got this, and that's delightful. And now I want to put a store in here. And I guess this is technically food and drink. I don't know if this will fit inside. This would be nice if it went there, but then we're asking it to go right through the this pole thing. And I think I would rather use that space for displaying more of our wares. So how does this feel? I really like that. I really like that. And we could cover, so I don't like this. This is bar. We could cover it up in a few different ways. We could pillar glitch a counter sort of into it. What are the, there's a higher counter, isn't there? That looks like a better extension. Here's the other counter that I mean. Like that could be nice. Ooh, dispensers could be cool in here. I guess it's not. I guess it's in tables. This is like an equal height, so this could be nice next to it, or even glitch through it. I don't like that the top of that is doing a clipping thing. Our other option is to cover up the name like we did in Pumpkin Jacks. Or we could just put letters on the front. Because this is a tarberry bog. I don't hate the idea of tarbar as a name being like the produce. Like, oh, we're harvesting the tarberries. Get a bushel at the tar bar, where you can also get corn and carrots and anything else you need. Tar bar. That's kind of cute. Oh, I really like that. Okay. So then that's the tar bar. And I think we can just like arrange the wares that we want to sell. And I'm thinking that's going to be mostly in like buckets and barrels like this. Though maybe we give a few other containers as well, because this would be a good place for coolers, just kind of strewn about. And then maybe a filing cabinet, just because the tar bar does a lot of business, you know? So maybe we can take advantage of some of this backspace for the tar bar proprietor. And these things don't really make as much sense. Maybe one of these here. Well, that kind of walls off the entrance, but what about down here? That could be nice. What other decorations make sense? I know we've used a bunch of these at Pumpkin Jacks, but maybe some could be here too. Just like as a little nod, you know, nothing too explicit. Because like that, if that goes between those two posts like that, that's kind of cute. It's just like scrappy and fun, you know? Last week, I asked you guys what you thought of Halloween decorations being kind of a permanent part of this world. You know, and like you can't get rid of them. And it sounds like most people feel kind of how I feel, which is they're a delightful part of world building. I do wish they were scrappable. But it's nice that they're there, and they add so much when you're thinking about this world and you're thinking about these people who have lived here for 200 years. Like, what is their conception of Halloween or the world before them or anything like that? And so I think like the spooky cat thing, I don't think they would see that necessarily as spooky cat as much as maybe like a good luck charm. You know what I mean? Let's do a plastic jack-o'-lantern and then see if I have any like actual gourds on me. I have a gourd blossom. That's not a gourd. Because gourds would be good there. Wow, I actually don't have a ton of produce, do I? Let's see if we can go harvest some. Because I would love to like strew that about, you know, on here. Let's do a little chair seat setup. Oh, can I nestle that kind of out of the way? That's really lovely. Yeah. Oh, I love the tar bar. And then maybe like a welcoming little rug for people. I mean, we really do want to show them exactly what the ghouls were talking about in the beginning, that they're hardworking and they're here to help the Commonwealth and they deserve respect. I don't want a painting. Maybe I want one of these signs. None of these really say fresh produce, huh? Gosh, I love the little bats though. Yeah, none of the banners either. And we kind of already established that the mounted heads feel a little weird in the ghoul settlement because there's ghoul heads. We just want this to feel like such a fun and wonderful, good, you know, shopping center that people can't help but stop by, you know? Like, even if they're iffy about ghouls, they'd want to come do produce shopping here, and eventually they'd get to know them. And okay, so all of these got knocked over, but not the fertilizer. So I guess the fertilizer really is just like immovably
Seems to be
heavy.
growing well.
That's very funny. I'm trying to pick up the cooking pot. If they don't want to use any buckets for harvesting, like, I'm not stopping them from using their hands, but they don't gotta, you know, throw a fit about it. Who knocked these over? That's too funny. Okay, can any of these be harvested yet, or are people still working on them?
We grow the best tarberries in the Commonwealth.
Maybe I can buy produce from one of them. Deirdre sells things, doesn't she?
Right.
Yeah, you look like a gal who could use some fresh supplies.
Yes,
What
I
do you
could.
say?
All right.
Never mind. I have nothing and she has nothing, so that's a bug.
If you've got caps, I've got goods.
I don't think you have any goods.
What have you got?
Guns, ammo, meds. So, interested?
All right.
Okay, so Deirdre doesn't actually have anything. So that's not useful to us. I guess that's what people mean with the workers here are kind of buggy. So we won't even try with that. Let's try and get one of the settlers that we recruited who might be hanging out here at Pumpkin Jack's. Yeah, just this unassigned settler. And if we put her to work in the tar bar, then maybe we can buy some stuff from her to decorate right off the bat. And in the meantime, I can drop stuff I know will go here. Because we do have at least a carrot and a corn. I do have a melon. Oh, maybe melon was what I was looking for and not even gourd. So that's totally fine. Some razor grain. Ooh, and tarberry, obviously. Ooh, I didn't mean potato. Oh, we should drop a potato too. Potato, another tarberry. And let's see if we have another metal bucket. Yeah, for selling bushels of things. Oop. I wish things dropped more orderly sometimes, you know? Let's do the second one kind of down here, just for some visual interest. Oh, if I drop that, will that go straight through to the floor? I feel like it will. Oh, no, it popped back up. That's nice. Tarberry can go in the special refrigerated zone. Melon should go next to the fake pumpkin. You know, it's like an advertising gimmick. Put the carrot up here next to the potato. Oh, this is a dumb game. I love it so much, but oh my god. How do I grab this little tarberry? Oh, I can just pick it up by hand. Thank goodness. Like that. Oh, they're so nice. Okay, what else? This one's back here. The tarberry is really kind of all gathered in a weird spot, but that's okay. Is that glowing or just reflecting weird? I think it's just reflecting weird. Okay, so we got the tarberries and one more potato. And I really like the idea of leaving the melon. Oh my god, I thought something was on fire and it's just Preston lighting a cigarette. I think the melon works just really nicely here next to the jack-o'-lantern. I think that's so fun and lovely and just delightful. Okay, Preston has a cigarette. That's fine.
Can I get you a drink?
Can you?
Let's see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
I mean, she'll sell food, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. That's what I hoped would happen, putting her here, that she can like actually sell tarberries. That's wonderful. Oh my gosh, how lovely is the tar bar? Oh, okay, so I think we can count the tar bar as completed. This is our like produce stand. We've got some guarded entry now. We've got Pumpkin Jacks as a bar for the locals. I'm on the fence about this junk shop, to be honest. I do like the idea of medical care. Let's see how much space we have in the size limit. We're really kind of pushing it already. I wouldn't mind. Maybe these merge into one thing, or maybe we use these buildings for housing for the new workers. In the meantime, wow, what's everybody doing? Just
I hope you realize how much you
chilling?
do for us.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I guess everybody's just chilling.
I think we're really making a difference.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine with me. Maybe we work on next updating the pool house for them. I want to put some letters on here. Really, I want to just spell out the pool house because this would be for residents only. Like this this isn't for tourists. The POOLH. I hate when they rotate around and I can't see what letter is the front letter. There we go. I guess I can just look up at the small letter. I don't even know which way I'm going. U. There we go. I don't know why I started so far over to the left. I think I thought this would take up a lot more space than it did, but we can shift it over. This isn't too difficult of a surface to write on. So I don't mind spending a little more time on it. And it doesn't have to be perfect, especially height-wise. Oop, I didn't mean to pick up the O. Should we also spell out ghouls only with these letters? Or should we use neon letters to do that? It's just kind of trailing upwards. Pool house. Oh, that's much more centered. That's much better. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up a new one. But I keep doing that. There we go. The pool house. Okay, so this is just for them. And so maybe doors on here would be nice. I won't. Oh no, they seem a little short. Because we could use a pillar to like position them up against here. But I think they're too short. I think even like the warehouse or barn doors, yeah, would be too short for this. Although, I mean, we do have these doors. That's too big though, right? Yeah, that's too big. That's okay. This doesn't work anymore, so let's get rid of it. Armor workbench, I mean, it's not doing anything for me, but it's also not hurting anybody. We can scrap one of these. So I like that this is a seating area. I would like to make it more of a town hall area. And then these lockers we can definitely replace with stuff that isn't broken, you know? And these things too. We can just clean up some of this junk. Oh, they have burnt comics. We can give them some real comics. I just don't like that this is broken. I think that they deserve better. Okay. Can we put a door here? I mean, again, I know not without a pillar. But I think with a pillar it could be quite nice. Because then this really could feel like a homey space. Let's peek in here. Oh, that bed is right on that cinder block. That is definitely a fire hazard. So let's get rid of it. I think with walls, we could separate this. And then maybe too, it would feel a little cleaned up. Like the smooth wood one. Oh, that's not tall enough. Oh, hold on. Oh, but it's a nice length. Would the barn or warehouse walls be taller? I know. Oh yeah, actually that's quite nice. Will that crash into the ceiling light though? Oh. No, that'll be nice. Though I think we can scooch it over a little. Maybe I start on this side. Because again, we can't move the beds. So our goal is working around them to make this housing just a little safer and more comfortable. It wants to go that way. But I think this works. Yeah, see, that's a really nice house space. And then these two can still live together. I'll replace that with some better art. Oh, wait, you know I love these large pots. Oh, let's carry these out back to the farm just because they're so good.
Grow the best tarberries in the Commonwealth.
I think you grow the only tarberries in the Commonwealth. Am I going to regret putting this here because people are going to drop it? Probably. Hi, Preston. You can grab the other one. You don't have to watch me do all the work. I love these big pots. There's one more on top of the shelf. If you could grab that, that would be awesome. And we'll give one here to the tar bar. Nope, you're not going to help. You're just going to watch. Okay. One more. Oop. Did I drop it? Yeah, I did. Okay. I don't understand why they would make these so beautiful and also movable, but not like placeable. Like you can't get more of these. They're just scrappable. And that's so sad because they're wonderful. They really are.
You see,
Hi. Is this your house that I'm working on? Oop, I'm stuck. Okay. Let's see if we can't slap a door on here for them. Something that feels homey. Like that feels too exposed. No, the other doors are just kind of randomly here, aren't they? Like this makes it really feel like a house. Like that. Oh, that's so perfect. We are going to get, hold on. We're going to get this in there for them and it's going to be just delightful. Not prefabs. I just need a doorway to place the door. That's it. That's all I need. And I need a pillar now. I keep forgetting. I have to say it out loud or I don't know where I'm going or what I was thinking, truly. And actually, even as I'm doing this, we saw that the door should be right against the ground. So I'm actually going to do like this. Just in hopes of making that a little more possible. Because I think that's actually the right height for the door. If the post is right in front of it. But let's see. Oh, I should have used the shorter post. Oh, no, this won't place. Is the door too close to the ground? That's possible. That I overdid it a little bit. How did I do that before? Oh, well, it snaps. Hold on. I don't even really need to sync it. Will this not sit here? Why won't it? Will this work? That's not what I meant to do at all. Let's try and not snap it, but just get it close enough that we'll be able to group select. Oh, but I do want it to not go into the ground. So let's try with the smaller piece. Why is it doing that? It's not going to help me. I don't think. Ooh. Interesting. Why doesn't that work? This I feel like this should be going green, but it's not. We've used the pillar glitch on doors before. So what's unique in this case? Is it just that it's sunken a little bit in the ground? Am I being overly optimistic about how possible that is? Let's try it without syncing it. I'm just not close enough. Oh, that works. Okay. Oh, we can pillar glitch into this concrete. That's good to know. I didn't think that was an option. Oh, wait, this will let us get it perfectly in. I'm so happy. I'm almost going to cry because how wonderful for them is this? Oh my God. Look at that. That's home sweet home. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. So they can stay exactly where they were in the pool house, but now they get just such a better setup. We're going to store these things. Just get that trash out of the way. And now I won't decorate all the rooms because we got a lot. We got a lot to go. But let's just decorate this one to feel out how this all kind of feels. Oh, I didn't want a container, actually. I wanted a shelf. Not even a shelf. I want a bedside table. Just somewhere to put a candle, you know? And maybe, honestly, maybe a little sitting area back here. That could be nice. Do we want to wire electricity into the pool house for them? That could be nice. I mean, we got to remember too, they are used to a Diamond City standard of living. And just because they got, kicked out doesn't mean that they don't deserve that same level of comfort. Let's do a nice floor mat. And maybe a table and some chairs. Like some proper dining for them. Oh, I'm so excited by the idea of making this like a small Diamond City type deal. Like that's just lovely. Let's see if I have a vase for them in junk. I always forget what the vase is called. So I'm just looking at the pictures, which might mean I'm scrolling by it. Oh, that looks like an urn, actually. Oh, but this is what I wanted. Like that. That's so nice. Let's do a painting. I promised I would give them a painting back. There. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can't tell me that's not the most delightful little apartment for them. Oh, I hear gunshots. That can't be good. I'm wondering, sorry, I just kind of zoned out what I was actually trying to do. I'm wondering if we can do like a little generator and then use this broken window to wire things in through it, because then they would all have power. This, I don't know what that is, and we can't get rid of it. So that just kind of is. But I think we could do this. Yeah, like through there. And then I think we could do a few of these. Because then they have electricity. And again, these are city folk. Oh, that's a lot of light. That's actually a lot more, a lot more light than I anticipated. Does this do a little gentler, or is that still very aggressive? It's a lot, but I don't mind it. I think that's kind of nice for our city folk. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love that. I think that's a wonderful apartment. And then maybe at their like front door here, we can do like a little plant. to just make it feel a little more like homey. And actually, maybe the welcome mat should be outside. I was thinking of it as like a wipe your feet when you come in. But maybe this would help it feel a little more distinct too. That's so cute. That's absolutely lovely. And I want to add just some more storage for them because I'm realizing I got rid of so many of the lockers and stuff that something like this that they can put all the same junk on. Like this toy car was exactly what caught my eye. Like they can still have that, just in a more secure, intentional space. That's lovely. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I know we're running late on time. Let's see just how much more of the physical structure we can do in the pool house. This is a 1-bedroom apartment. That's kind of ritzy, huh? We can get rid of these cinder blocks. And then are there working toilets in here? These are both broken. But we can replace them. We can replace them with better ones. And I like the idea of keeping this a bathroom. I know there's a bed in here we can't get rid of. Maybe I should have done the wall on this side. Hold up, did I put any decorations on the wall? No, I didn't. So what if I just move it over? You know, like this? Oh, wait. This might work out. Because now this is entirely the bathroom. And this is now a 3-bedroom apartment. So they're still staying with their friends. So now this, we can even add an extra chair in for the 3rd roommate. And they still get exactly what they wanted, which was to stay together in the same bed configuration. But now, just cozier and safer. Okay, that's wonderful. Look at that. Let's give her, because she's kind of by herself on this side. Let's give her a little shelf for some knickknacks too. There, so she can have some personal items. Oh, wow, I love this so much. What a wonderful little apartment. And now this one fully becomes just bathroom, which I think is wonderful. So let's try and do the door thing again, which I to be honest, didn't learn any lessons from when we did it. When we did it the first time, I don't remember why it wasn't working or how we finally got it working. So hold on. What feels like a good bathroom door? Something solid for sure that we can put the bathroom symbols on. I think this will work nicely. Which way does it open? Oh, it does open that way. That's perfect. I mean, let's close that first. And then, okay, so we used the smaller pillar and we didn't have it right up against the door. Though I guess we could, because what we found was that the pillar will sink into the cement, right? So let's just position it where we can. And we'll come into the pool house like this. And we'll just, sometimes I can't tell if I'm like right up on something or miles away from it. So I'm looking at that bottom right hinge. Commonwealth's best contractor right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, let's see if we can put the signs on it. You know what signs I'm talking about in here? There's like the bathroom symbols. Oh, can I not put those on a door? Oh, I can put it above. That'll still scratch the itch. Because now that's a bathroom. And how wonderful is that? We can clean up stuff in here. We can come back to this for sure. That's wonderful. They have electricity. Okay, this one is a little more complicated because we do have a bed in here. We could do a more complicated wall. You know what I mean? Like we could do, and I'm not committing to this, I'm just putting it down so we can feel it. How far can that go? Like this. Like that is an option. Why does it sound like there's a Brahmin inside the pool house? Don't tell me it's because there is. We can scrap the barrel. Well, the problem is that then this becomes really tight. And I don't think we want that. Also, these are shack walls, and I should have used the warehouse walls because that's what's the right height. How tight can we get this? Get rid of these cinder blocks. That's not, that could be better, I think. I got too close. I like using the patterns on the floor to sort of straighten things out. Okay, hold on. Sometimes there are these little half piece things. I don't really know what they're supposed to do. That's still too tight for Wiseman to get to his bed. Okay, so other option. If we draw this wall, can these guys be separated? Like, is there a straight line that would let me cleanly divide the sleeping area? And honestly, these guys are so close that I feel like maybe they're a couple and wouldn't want to be separated. But that means people sleeping in the bathroom. Yeah, there's not a clean wall. There's not a clean wall that we can draw around this cluster of beds. We do already have the bathroom on the other side, so this doesn't even necessarily have to be a bathroom. If we scrap the things inside of it, this can be anything, you know, because this was broken already. So who's to say this isn't like a storage unit that we fill with trunks? My issue is these 3 beds in a row are making it difficult. Can I group select this and I'll stay all together? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think I can group select that. Maybe because it exists already. If I move something, then can I group select? No. Interesting. I don't want to ruin their snack table, but I will. I'll put it back. Okay, I'm trying this again because I'm very determined that we can give them some better housing. That went green for a second, didn't it? I know you see the vision here. You understand what I'm trying to do. Oh, this isn't going green anywhere. Oh, is it because of the light that this is really fighting me here especially? It did go green earlier. I know it. I wonder what's hurting it. I am gonna store this. They have a full bar now and a produce stand, so I'm not worried about them having to hoard food on like a metal shelf. That feels very industrial, because that's not very cozy. Why won't you? Because this would be so nice. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, but I might have to pause. I wonder if it is an issue with the ceiling, if I could use the half walls to make this easier on myself. I think we just started with the easier side and just got lucky. We just had to do it in pieces. There we go. Oh, check this out. Because now this is a bedroom with these two storage units. We'll use them for something else. And this is another housing unit. So we just split them up into groups of 2s and 3s where they can shut the door. Oh my God, this is where Pumpkin Jack lives. Oh my gosh. Hot plate. Maybe we put the hot plate back here and like a little coffee setup. This is so cute. This is so cute. I know we still have a lot more cleanup to do in here, but I really do think that makes like a big improvement just in terms of how this is structured and how cozy it feels for them. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. How wonderful. I think that's about as far as we're going to get today. We will be here still next week building in the pool house, unless next week becomes the live stream. I know I've been promising a celebratory live stream for hitting 10,000, that sounds crazy, 10,000 subscribers on this channel. Again, that feels unreal. Thank you so much. It is still coming. I do have to figure out the logistics of that. So next week we'll either be live or back here at the Slog for part 3 as we keep cleaning things up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have so much fun doing these videos. If you liked this one, please do check out the playlist of all of my videos. And I've got some other stuff coming soon. So if you like my content, if you enjoyed watching this, if you felt cozy and comfortable here, please do consider subscribing. I appreciate you. Have a lovely day, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.